So we're just gonna have to do it like this. We're just gonna have to do it like this. And action. We just gonna have to do it like this, y'all. Like that, y'all. Like that, y'all. Like that, y'all. All right. So okay, y'all. All right. So this is gonna have to get recorded just like this, cause I'm seeing that things are not really being captured like how they need to be. So making sure my TikTok and everything good. All right, y'all. Why is this acting like this? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? So this is another episode, and I'm here to give you what you need. Your daily dose of inspiration, your daily dose of information, your daily dose of whatever it is that you need. And the first thing that I want to talk about is this video is called My Formula to Success. Is my formula. Everybody can have different types of formula. Everybody can have different ways of how they do things. But all I know is this is my formula, okay? Now, the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to this is just understanding number one, mindset is everything. You cannot have anything, nothing. You can't have nothing without having the right mindset first, period. And if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to achieve success, period. You're not going to achieve anything you want to achieve without the right mindset. And quite frankly, I wanted to reflect something back to y'all. A lot of y'all want to be in places that you think the grass is greener on the other side until you talk to those same people who are where you want to be. And then they end up reflecting back to you, you're actually where they want to be. You've been chasing something outside of yourself, and you got so used to chasing something outside of yourself that you think all of your happiness is outside of yourself. You think all of your happiness is, when I hit this goal, I'm going to be happy. When I get this, I'm going to be happy. When I get this, then I'll finally feel like a success. But that's not how it works. You have to be able to find that heaven, that kingdom within inside yourself, and then you'll see the kingdom start to flow within your physical reality. I'm so tired of people feeling like, well, I'll only have what I want after I only feel happy when I get my money. I'll only feel, dude, it doesn't work like that. If you're waiting on the physical to make you happy, you're always going to be chasing something, and that is why it's called the rat race. Do y'all understand why it's called the rat race? You ever seen a gerbil or a hamster run on that wheel, right? That wheel is never ending. That wheel is never ending. And the thing about it is that the reason why they say it's a rat race is because if this is your chase for money, it's a game that never stops. That's why it's important that your goal isn't about the money, but it's about the purpose. And the money is a side effect. The money is something that you just come across while getting to what you're trying to do. For example, if you're trying to be the biggest music artist in the world, you already know money's going to come with that. If you're trying to say, I want all my clothes to sell out, I want people to, you know money's gonna come with that. But if your goal is the money, you're gonna get blindsided. And the reason why is because you will find that you will start to settle for smaller things just because you may get a payout for today, instead of following your purpose and your passion and getting paid out way more than you ever thought. You see, when I started this whole social media stuff, I never was with the attention of, hey, I am trying to sell something. I am trying to make money. Eventually, that popped up. But that wasn't my first intention. And that is exactly my example of it comes as you're going down the goal. And this is why I tell y'all have to build systems. You have to build systems. If you tell yourself, my goal is to make sure that I work out every day, one time a day for 30 minutes, you're naturally going to lose that 30 pounds that you're trying to lose. But if your goal is to just lose 30 pounds, you actually risk the fact of, after you lose those 30 pounds, you may just stop. You may just stop because you hit the goal. That's why it's important to have a system. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work out every day for about 30 minutes a day. And then you'll start to realize that over a span of years, you have not only lost 30 pounds, you've lost 50 pounds. You've toned up your body. You've gained up muscle, all because you were focused on the system instead of the final destination. If you build the system, the final destination is inevitable. Everybody comment the number 33 if you in here. I need everybody on this call right now, on this live right now, on this YouTube video to comment the number 33 in this chat. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because 33 is the number of influence. I want you to be influenced by what I'm saying. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to embody what I'm saying. I want you to be a part of what I'm saying. And the thing about it is that, let me tell you something, you're not always going to know what the next move is. You're not always going to know, is this going to work for me? You got to just do shit, bro. You just got to do shit. Let me tell you something. You can look at some of the most successful people in the world and you'll think they know what they're doing. Bro, I promise you, nobody knows what they're doing, because there is no right or wrong nobody knows what they're doing. They're just following their instincts and their intuition. Sometimes you don't even know what you're doing, but your intuition just leads you so perfectly to where you're supposed to be. Have you ever experienced that before? Where you didn't know exactly what was happening. You didn't know what you was doing, but somehow, some way, your intuition led you exactly where you were supposed to be. Exactly where you were supposed to be. And it's crazy because it seems like when I try to plan things out, it doesn't work. But when I go with the flow and I let it happen naturally, it just always works in my favor. It just always works in my favor. By the way, guys, I just want to let y'all know I am in Miami, Florida, shooting at PS Social Miami. I don't know how many of y'all are in Miami. You guys want to start your podcast. You guys want to do a photo studio. You guys want to throw an event. Guys, make sure you guys check out PS Social Miami. All right? You guys can check out my YouTube and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Man, this space is so dope. This space is so... Let me show y'all, my people on TikTok. Y'all see this space? Y'all see where I'm shooting at? Y'all see? So if you're in Miami, you're like, man, I need to shoot my podcast. I need to host an event. I need to, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go ahead and check out PS Social Miami. All right, PS Social Miami. They got the Supreme in the back. Somebody said, oh my God, I found you again. They got the Supreme in the back. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all, let me teach y'all something else. The power of collaboration. Dude, so many people are trying to compete with everybody else, and you're not realizing that what gets you farther is collaboration. I think there's a quote that they say where they say, at the bottom, people are competing, but at the top, everybody's collaborating. Everybody's helping each other. And that's a part of community. We have people so stuck in their egos, people so stuck in their insecurities that they feel like they can't work with other people, or they feel like they're better than everybody else. Let me teach you something. Confidence is knowing that nobody is better than you. But arrogance is you thinking that you're better than everybody. You hear what I'm saying? Confidence is knowing that nobody is better than you. Arrogance is you thinking that you're better than everybody else. Period. I'm not the type of person to tell you to be humble. I'm not. And the only reason why is because when you look at the definition of humble, the definition of humble says to submit. To submit. So when someone tells you to be humble, you need to look at the person who's telling you that, because a lot of times they're telling you to tone it down. So the number one thing I want to tell you about my formula of success is being unapologetically you. Can everybody comment that? Comment, be you unapologetically. I need everybody to comment, be you unapologetically. By the way, guys, if you guys have not signed up for my Seduction of Money class, make sure you guys DM me on TikTok, on Instagram, or whatever it is, because the Seduction of Money is definitely where you need to be at. We're going to get into that a little bit, right? Be you unapologetically. What does that mean, to be you unapologetically? To be you unapologetically means that you don't need anybody's permission to be you. And when you are deciding to be you, you don't need anybody's approval. Somebody can dislike you being you and you still choose to be you. I love that for you. I love that for you. That's what it say. It's my, exactly. Be you unapologetically, man. Ain't nobody got time to be holding themselves back because of what somebody else thinks. You don't have the luxury of time like that. You can't afford to subscribe to other people's thoughts or beliefs about how you should do things. You can't afford that, my love. And you really shouldn't even be paying attention to what anybody has to say about you, because quite frankly, nobody really knows you 100% like you know you. You feel me? Like I'm now choosing to be me 100%. And sometimes people don't like that. But you know what I have to say? You didn't see me 2-3 years ago when I was a chronic people pleaser. So if you knew me 2-3 years ago, you would be so proud of where I am today. But instead, you're judging me based off of your own insecurities instead of knowing who I am 100%. And that's the thing. When people come into your life and start telling you who you are, you need to take a look at them, because a lot of times people project. People project. And you can't entertain projectors, because projectors will take their insecurities and somehow try to make you believe it's yours. Everybody on TikTok, I need y'all to run this like up. Run the likes up. Let's get it to 28,000. Let's get it to 28,000. How many of y'all struggle with people pleasing at a point? Go ahead. How many of y'all struggle with people pleasing at a point? How many of y'all struggled with people pleasing at a point? I'm asking. Yep, share this live with 3 people. Share this podcast, because we recording a podcast too at this moment. Make sure y'all share this YouTube video. Make sure y'all share this live, because this is the formula to success, especially in 2024. Somebody said, I can't stop pleasing. I avoid contact. Me, especially back in high school, I was a walking testimony of it. See? And how many times did you sacrifice your own happiness for someone else's? And a lot of times the person you sacrificed your happiness for wouldn't even bat an eye to do anything for you. That's the craziest part. We be people pleasing for the people that don't even want to be pleased by us. We be trying to please people that are actually quite hard to please. And that's what makes you go into your chronic people pleasing mode, because you're afraid that they don't like you. So what you do is you try to tend to their needs. You try to tend to what they have going on. But if you was actually solid within yourself, you wouldn't care if somebody liked you or not. I'm just being real. I follow you for 3 years and your energy is the best, for real. I send you blessings and light. Exactly. Thank you so much, man. That's so much love. I appreciate y'all for always showing love, man. For real, for real. Listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. If you have not signed up for my class, The Seduction of Money, let me tell you why you are missing out. Now, how many of y'all are familiar with numerology? How many of y'all are familiar with numerology? If you are familiar with numerology, go ahead and leave a comment, because I'm going to teach you something. Numerology rules the world. Listen, I ain't want to believe it neither. I didn't want to believe it neither until people started reading me, and I was like, whoa, how did you know I had a terrible year that year? How did you know I'm like that? How did you know I don't like dumb people? How did you know that I hate small talk? These are very specific. How do you know I have short memories sometimes? How did you know that? And he's like, actually, I added up your birthday and you're born on this day and this is your life path. I'm like, you could tell all of that by my birthday? I was like, nah, tell me more. And then I'm like, okay, so what am I supposed to do with the fact that I know these numbers? What does that mean? I'm a life path 7, y'all. That's why I'm on here teaching. What does that mean that you know my numbers and can this benefit me? What if I told you your numbers could actually help you make more numbers? Right? What if I told you that your life path number, I can tell you your strengths and it can tell me how you're going to have success? For example, if you're a 3 life path, in my class, Seduction of Money, I teach 3 life paths. Hey, if you're a 3 life path, the way that you find success is going through networking events. A 7 life path, that's not their strength. That's not me going to networking events. Sometimes that's not really my strength, but a 3 life path, they're going to run that event space. A 3 life path, I'm going to tell them, hey, what you need to do is you need to talk to people. Your strength is getting on that phone and running your mouth. You need to run your mouth, 3. Right? So this is what I want to tell you. If you want to learn in 2024 how to use numerology to make more money, DM me on TikTok and say, hey, Sticks, I want to join your class. My class is not cheap. It's $220.28. And even that price, that's another thing. Make sure if you are a business owner, make sure your prices add up to 8 or 28. Make sure your prices add up to 8 or 28. Okay? So what that means is that, for example, my class is $220.28. 22 is the number of the master builder, right? And 28 is the number of wealth. So when I say we're going to do the seduction of money and we're going to build your wealth, 22 is the number of the builder and 28 is the number of wealth, building wealth. Now you have to understand, you may be like, well, Sticks, why should I believe you? You don't have to believe me, actually. You can look at Elon Musk and you can look at Jeff Bezos and you can look at Steve Jobs and you can see they've been using this whole time. What is the coincidence that Steve Jobs' company, Apple, is a 28 life path and he's a 28 life path? What is the coincidence that Rolex's commercial, every single commercial, they put the number 28 on the clock? You think that's a coincidence? That's not a coincidence. But the problem is people are so small-minded and they don't want to invest in the things that will put you ahead of people. You have to pay to play, baby. I'm sorry. This is the realm that we're in. The game is not to be told. It's meant to be sold. And a lot of times you have to understand that if everybody knows it, it's not going to work. The codes are going to change. So while you have a chance to be ahead of the curve, join the seduction of money. Join the seduction of money. So for example, I'm a 7 life path. I do well by myself. I do well teaching. I do well in spirituality. And look at what I'm doing. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'll give you an example of another 7 life path. Look at J. Cole. You see how J. Cole is one of the spiritual artists? Right? Look at Bryson Tiller. You see how he's always by himself. He's not in the crowd. That is an example of a 7 life path. If you want to book a one-on-one with me and you say, no, Sticks, I need to talk to you one-on-one, DM me. Let me tell you something, y'all. I am currently helping out NFL players. I'm currently helping out major producers who have produced for Drake, Young Thug, all these different people using numerology. And you know what's crazy? It be the people who are, the regular people that are like, nah, I don't need that. And then it be the super successful people that be like, hey, tell me more because I need to do this and I'm about to launch this business and I'm about to. For example, what if I told you, not every year is a good year for you to launch a business. There are some years where you shouldn't start anything at all. There are some years where I know you're going to go through a breakup. There are some years where I know you're going to make money. There are some years where I know you're going to travel a lot. I know these things. I know these things off of your birthday. It's crazy. It's crazy sometimes, genuinely, So, like I said, the first formula to success, the first thing was being unapologetically you. Number two, the second thing I want you to do is you have to get into personal development. Millionaires don't get into numerology, billionaires do. Exactly. You have to get into personal development, and that's how I got into numerology. I am always looking for new information because I understand, look at this, knowledge is power. But if you look at the number that represents knowledge, it's 7. And what's the number that represents power? 8. So in order for you to get to power, the 8, you got to first get to 7. In order for you to get to the money, you have to first learn. Think about it. You see how they say blessings is lessons, right? So the lessons is 7. The blessings is 8. The learning is 7. The earning is 8. You feel me? The knowledge is 7. The power is 8. But the problem is people don't know how to be by themselves and study and learn. Everybody just wants to jump to the money. Everybody just wants to jump to the results. But you have to become a master at your field. How do I become a master, Sticks? You have to study things a little bit outside of your field. So this is why I recommend personal development. I need everybody to comment down personal development. I need you to get this in your head. Personal development, and personal development. Now you may say, Sticks, what the heck is personal development? I deem personal development as you reading, you listening to podcasts, you listening to audiobooks, you doing whatever you can to develop your personal self. You cannot have success without personal development. I'm sorry. This is why you see some of the most successful people, they always end up with mentors. You be like, how much was that masterclass? That masterclass was $300,000. What? You paid $300,000 for a masterclass? Yes. But I learned from people who made $1 million in a day. How many of y'all have businesses? How many of y'all are entrepreneurs and have businesses? What if I told you the colors that you're using for your business is affecting you negatively? What if I told you that? Did you know that? There's certain companies use certain colors because of the psychology. Business is not just a matter of making money. Business is psychological. It's spiritual. It's educational. If you have a business, I definitely think you need to book a one-on-one call with me. And the reason why is because a lot of y'all, the day your business was founded could be affecting it. The state that you founded your business could be affecting it. Your birthday, I'm telling you, the colors could be affecting it. For example, 2023 was the year of the cat, right? If you go and look at Cartier's website, I don't know if they changed it yet, but for the whole 2023, they came out with the theme La Panthers. Come on. What is a panther? A cat. If you go to Armani right now, Armani already has dragons on their clothing. Why? Because it's about to be the year of the dragon on the 10th. So they're using it while you're judging it. This is why I say I'm not meant to talk to the low IQ people. I'm okay with having a little bit of people watch my stuff because you want to know why? The very few people that may watch my stuff, they're going to get it and they're going to get ahead of the very many people that are not watching. So if you're watching this, you should consider yourself lucky to have this information, especially I'm giving it to you for free right now. February 10th is the year of the dragon. Now, what that means is that dogs, people born 1994, people born 2006, are going to have a terrible year. It's their enemy year. So what you need to do is you need to lay low. You need to lay low. I'm trying to help you. But at the end of the day, you can take a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. Is that why schools charge on the 8th? I didn't know schools charge on the 8th, but yes, 8 is the number of money, and that's why they charge on that day. The year of the dog. The year of the dog. So if you're born the year of the dog, 2024 is going to be a terrible year for you. I'm just saying. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all click this orange button. I think it's free. Ain't it free? Ain't it free to click this little orange button? Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all click this orange button. Listen, y'all. I'm taking over social media. That's all I know. I'm doing whatever I can to take these apps over. I'm on every app, whatever I got to be. Whatever I got to do to get it done, I'm going to do it. You feel me? What's enemy year for 2001? 2019 was your enemy year. 2025 will be a good year for you. All right? Make sure y'all click this orange thing, man. Click this little orange thing. It can't go any lower than me. What you mean it can't go any lower than me? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Is it me or is the live stalling? Is the live acting up? It's the Wi-Fi. Hold on. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Lately, I've been feeling like technology been trying to get in my way, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I've been feeling like technology been trying to get in my way, and I don't like it. But one thing about me, I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm not going to let it stop me, right? So another thing I wanted to talk about, number one, so we talked, somebody said, yeah, it's lagging. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. Um, I tried to stream on here. It was not letting me stream. I tried to, it just was not letting me. It was not letting me, y'all. It was not letting me. So I think what I got to do is just, did you hear about UMG? Yeah, man. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. If you are a music artist, let me tell you something. If you are a music artist, you really need to focus on independence. And honestly, quite frankly, what did you say about technology? Okay, it's been trying me. That's what I got to say about it. Here's another thing. One thing that I really want to tell you is that you have to stay independent, dude. You have to stay independent, bro. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because these industries will make you think that you need them. You don't need them. You know that? You know that, right? These industries, they will make you think that you need them, and you don't need them. You can do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself. You don't need nobody, babes. You don't need nobody, you know? And it's just like, I hate to see people giving up their power because they think they can't do it on their own. You can do it by yourself. By yourself. I had to turn off, and now it's not letting me in live. Wow, that's crazy. I had to turn off the social media. The social media has just not been working, y'all. Like, that's why now I'm just like, forget it. I'll just record it. Because at this point, I just got to pre-record it. Because at this point, it's not working. Like, my technology has been acting very funny lately, and I don't know why. I just mind my business. I do what I can, you know. Another thing that I just simply wanted to talk about was just like, you got to know who you are. You have to know who you are. You have to know that nobody can tell you who you are. You have to know it. Because even if somebody tried to tell you who you are, even if they tried to reflect back to you how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, you wouldn't believe them anyway. And the reason why is because you haven't resonated with that within yourself. You haven't identified with that within yourself. And that's okay. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. You know? Just understand that until you see who you are, nobody will really see who you are. Until you give yourself the love and the attention that you deserve, nobody will. And that is a podcast. Love you guys, and later.